And welcome back, everybody. On Last Guest, the entrepreneurs and community leaders, and one is the founder of the Kingsbridge Unidos, a mutual aid group that distributes fresh produce and more to families in the Northwest Bronx. And the other is the founder of Cow NYC. Look, you're right there. Look, you see it? Lifestyle and clothing brand dedicated to honoring the Bronx and its people. And he joined us to speak about the collaborative community efforts their businesses have taken to promote their upcoming basketball event also. So please welcome to the show, Jessica Altagracia Woolford and Haramritjot Singh.
Yes,
I just did a Haram.
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 There you go.
Haram.
Haram, easy.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So how did you guys meet? How did you guys come together? What's this collaboration all about?
How did we meet?
Well, funny enough, we went to Head Start together. So we've known each other since preschool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
All right.
back in the Marble Hill houses.
That's why I said, how did we meet? Well, we've been
How did we
together
meet? Right.
Since H Day.
Yeah,
Since
day one.
dinosaur
Yeah.
days.
Back in the day, yeah, you know. And we reconnected last year when I was running for office. And since then, we've just been thinking, how do we give back to the community that raised us?
Yeah.
We're both parents of young daughters. And so our work is all about creating more joy, more peace and fun in the Bronx.
That's always a good thing, giving back to the community. I'm passionate about that also. Harim?
Yes.
Haram.
Haram. There you go. I reconnected with Jess because I saw she was running for assembly, and it was in a in our neighborhood, and so just seeing a familiar face going out and trying to represent us, that really moved me. So we reconnected, and then afterwards we spoke about different things we wanted to do and accomplish, and we saw some of our goals. Most of our goals were like aligned, our vision.
Yeah.
And so we started working together. We did a food drive. We did a recent event with the bikes, where we handed out bikes to the community. And it's just been amazing, like just having her as a partner and working together.
So how'd you bring these two things together? One is a Cash Cow NYC, and the other is dealing with food.
I think Cash Cow, for me, it's given me a platform basically in how I could reach out to the community, you know, as more than just an individual. It's the brand, it's the company behind it. And so it's just those goals and ideas aligned. And
Yeah. I would also add that, you know, part of our work is about telling a different story about the Bronx, right? Like, we all come together through food. I mean, we both come from different backgrounds, but there's nothing like sharing a meal with folks. And so finding ways to create that joy through fresh produce, through the bikes, which was super exciting. On 3 Kings Day, we had over 200 Bronxites come through. We gave away 30 bikes to children that were refurbished after we rescued them. That's a story for another time. And so everything that we do, it's about telling that story about who we are, and not just who people think we are and what we can do and what those limitations might be for kids like us from the Bronx.
Yeah. What was the inspiration behind this? You know, there's always something there that sparks you into movement, into moving into that direction.
Man, I mean, it was you. You texted me.
for the bikes?
Well, from the bikes, yes.
Yeah, from the bikes. The bikes, my family has a construction company. We were hired to gut out an old bike repair shop that was no longer in use in Amsterdam Avenue. And then we go into the basement and there's just bikes.
So many bikes.
Yes, so many bikes. And some of them were like damaged and beyond repair, but some were in good condition. And I had just gotten my daughter a bike, so it was fresh in my mind, the experience of a child riding a bike. And I was like, we can't throw these away. So I reached out to Jess and I'm like, Jess, what can we do with these bikes?
Yeah, and people responded, mostly folks from the Bronx. You know, shout out to our organizers with the Bronx Bike Collective. They have been doing so much incredible work. And one of our organizers, Mundo, likes to say that biking is about freedom. And so, you know, marrying freedom, marrying care through produce, through back to school events that we've done in the past, all of this is threaded again in that idea of what kind of story can we tell about who we are?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's always a wonderful thing to give back. Doesn't it feel good?
Yes, it does.
It's beautiful. And then you have something coming up called Buckets for the Bronx.
That's right.
It's a wonderful event.
Yeah, Buckets for the Bronx. It's our first ever basketball event.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about this idea for a long time. And what's exciting about this, on Saturday, February 25th, it's here at Lehman, in
It's
fact.
here.
It's here at Lehman.
It's
It's just
here.
a hop, skip away. But we wanted to do something different, which was to create, again, a safe place for teens to come together. It's open for 14 to 18-year-olds, open to all genders, which is something you don't usually see in basketball
yeah.
tournaments. And it's a chance to just come together to play basketball and like hang out with your friends at a free tournament. And we're also inviting folks to stop by a bike repair workshop where people will learn a little bit about just kind of, you know, basic repair work. You can have some of your bikes checked out for basic things, just to be clear. And so all of this is about play. It's about joy.
And if you're into basketball, having a bike is a wonderful thing. It gets you ready, right?
That's right. That's right. You need
There's
that
a lot
cardio.
of basketball and football players used to just get on them. They still do.
That's
get on
right.
the mic just to warm themselves up and get ready to play ball.
That's right. We want healthy communities here, you know.
Got your sneakers ready?
I wrestled in high school, so Jess is the basketball player,
You're
but
the
I'm
basketball
ready.
player?
I was, yes.
Well, you know, sometimes you got to do a little wrestling on the court too. You know? Use the boxing out
So
too.
you
in
get
there.
those elbows.
So this is going to be on the 25th.
That's right. On the
Yeah.
25th, it's free to enter. It's going to be happening in the auxiliary gym at the Apex. And we got some amazing trophies. We got some incredible sponsors who have stepped up. Literally last week, you know, we put out a call for some basketballs. Within an hour, 2 very generous sponsors came through
Oh,
and have
good.
paid for the basketball
What?
so that
All
kids
right.
can take them home, which will be really cool. And the winners are actually going to get, we have someone else who's, again, the Bronx always shows up, 3 Knicks tickets
beautiful.
for 3
Yeah.
teens for the 16 to 18-year-old
You
division
know
winners.
some people down at the Garden who can.
We know some people. We know some people.
And now you need a sneaker contract, right?
That's right. If anyone's listening,
Where's the sneaker companies? You can ask for it. Use that one right there. Ask what you need.
Listen, if you want to give us some sneakers, we can come up with the sizes. We will accept them, and we will have some incredible folks from the
How
Bronx.
many do you need?
You know, the maximum capacity we're thinking is about 50 teams for the tournament. So, you know, figure about 150 kids. If you have 150 pairs of sneakers, we will definitely
you go.
take them.
Even if they're irregular, you know, something happened, it got scuffed on the side. You know, remember
That's
regulars
right.
used to be in?
Yeah,
those work
yeah,
too.
That's right.
That's good. So, what's happening after this? You have some plans of putting some things together?
Well, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a pause on some community work and refocus on family for a little bit. Do my day job because, you know, we do this out of love, but I think it's important to also reset so that as you think about that bigger vision for the work, you're really intentional and thoughtful. We want to keep building momentum. My hope is over the next few weeks and months, we can ride out this really great energy with the Bronx Bike Collective, maybe form the first worker-owned bike co-op here in the North Bronx. So that's on the horizon, but first rest, because I'm a mom.
Put
It's
the
hard.
pen to the paper.
That's
put
right.
it down and let's
That's right.
execute.
That's right.
It's wonderful when things come to fruition. So you mentioned before that you were running for something.
I did, yeah, and I survived. I did.
You had your sneakers, you were ready.
I was. Yeah, I ran for state assembly last year against a longtime incumbent. I did not win, but I did get, you know, over a third of the vote as a first-time candidate, as a working mom, as a Latina, and you know, even though I don't have any plans of running anytime soon. Scoop, but I think it's important for people to just kind of stay involved. And in my mind, the legislative work is only a piece of, you know, what I think fills us and what we're trying to do, which is just give back to the borough that raised us.
Hey, you know, you got a third of the vote.
Yeah.
The third can still help out with the
That's
projects
right.
that you guys are working on
That's
now.
right. That's
100%,
right.
yeah.
And folks
Yeah,
are
yeah.
definitely still involved, you know, because the same people who go out and knock on doors for issues they care about, they're also the same people who want to continue doing the work of mutual aid, and that's part of the fabric of who we are.
Beautiful. Tell us more about the company that
The company,
that you have.
well, I founded it during the pandemic. You know, I had a lot of free time, and it was always something in the back of my mind, like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a brand, Cash Cow NYC, and I had to put the NYC on it, you know, like I had to rep the hometown.
There you go.
And then it was just a way to highlight different businesses, different walks of life, because what's a cash cow? To me, it's like anything you make it. And coming from my background, the immigrant experience, my parents are always like doctor, lawyer, engineer, architect, something along those lines, you know? But for me, a cash cow was anything. Like, I just read an article the other day that a dog walker in New York was earning over $100,000.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a cash cow.
Yeah. I mean, you see them out there. They sometimes have a dozen dogs.
Yeah.
That's right.
And they're not handling too. Yeah, hey, you know, people are selling pet rocks.
That's right.
Remember when that first came out? What do I hear? They buff it up and everything. And now they add a little a leather pouch to it and add more money to it. There's another $50.
People are
So,
creative.
Yeah, so you can't go wrong with what you're doing.
Yeah, and then it's just giving me an opportunity, like I said, a platform. So now, last year we had the Bronx Brewery. We hosted a block party. We're doing it again this year, the first Friday of September, like before Labor Day. And then what else we got? Working on a 5K run in the fall. So that should be nice. Yeah, something new.
Sneakers have to
We
come
always
back.
have sneakers. It's
That's
true.
good.
Yeah.
Give us your websites. Where can we go? You want one main one or you want to give them both?
Well, I'm on Instagram because I'm a millennial, but I'm at Jessica.Altagracia. I respond to my DMs. We've actually done a lot of work with folks just connecting with Buckets for the Bronx and Kingsbridge Unidos. I also have to shout out Patrick Ronels, who's our community champion sponsor. He's a Bronx business owner. He owns Flavor in Your Hair. You might guess what that might be a reference to. Shout out to 50 years of hip hop in the Bronx. But Patrick is incredible. He represents exactly the kind of spirit we've been talking about, a Bronx business owner who wants to give back.
15 seconds.
It's cashcownyc.com. Same thing on Instagram. You can follow me at Haram the Milkman on IG. There you go.
Milk is chilling, top billing. What more can I say? Happy 50.
That's right.
Aram, thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank
we love you
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Come
us.
back again, okay?
Thank you for
Good
having
luck
us.
with everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
You're helping other people get what they need out of life, and that's important, and we love you for it.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. I guess that's all the time we have for today's show. We want to thank you for joining us. Thank our guests for joining us, our viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking it all out. You can follow us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. And thank you for letting us share in this space and time with you. Join hosts Kevin Arleen, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentin on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. All new episodes of Open. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you. What you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. Remember, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. So say you can and you will. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee for Open, and I'll catch you over 107.5 WBLS. We love you all. Peace.